Okay, so like I said in the thumbnail, I had streamed live for about 70 hours non-stop, and I chose to end it, or else it could have kept continuing for as long as I wanted it. And I did not have to use internet, I did not have to use my own computer. Now, for people who have been who've been streaming live, and if you know the basics of it, you probably might be using OBS Studio, and probably talking something or showing something on the computer. And you might have noticed that it takes quite a lot of system resources. If you just run it for about 3 hours, the system hangs, the computer hangs, and running it all the time is a drain on your resources. You'll have to have your internet running all the time, you'll have to have your laptop on all the time. Whereas you might have seen a lot of people who are streaming existing content, like they might be having videos that they might have shot in the past, and they continue to stream that. So you could either do it through OBS Studio, for which you will have to keep your computer on all the time, or you could upload that content on the server. And if it's a Windows server, you know how to go about installing OBS Studio. And then if the server already has Windows operating system. Now, I looked up on the internet about how about methods by which you could probably be streaming content without having to, by configuring a server somewhere. So I kept looking on the internet, and I found that you could probably get hold of a cloud service. And then and most of the cloud providers come with it, Ubuntu or something, for which you will have to understand and if you have to use Ubuntu and install OBS Studio, you will have to understand all the command prompt and how to install OBS Studio, and then how to so a better option would be to get a cloud provider which gives you Windows operating system, so that you can use OBS Studio. But then again, OBS, the amount of system resources it takes, it's going to do the same thing even on the server, and it's going to freeze up unless you take a really expensive plan. So I'm going to show you how you can do it without having to buy so many things, using a software called as Ant Media. We'll be taking a look at that just now. So now, if you don't have to be engaging in much of an activity while you're streaming, like you don't require to share your stream, or you're not going to be talking on the video, and you have pre-created videos, then the way to do it is that there's this server software, a streaming software called Ant Media, and this can be installed on a Linux based operating system on the cloud, and it does everything that you need. So we are going to be taking a look at, so Ant Media can be installed on all of these servers. Like there's Amazon, there's Azure, Microsoft Azure, and there's DigitalOcean. I haven't tried any of these things. I think all of them come with a free trial, but I'm not sure if Ant Media is going to be free on that. Now, if any of you know of any other similar streaming software, you can please mention that in the comments. But as far as what I've researched on the internet, this is the best that I could find. If you have videos that are already pre-created and then you just want to stream them. So for this, to install Ant Media, I'm choosing the Linode as the option because they are giving a $100 free credit. So you go to Linode and then you create an account with your Gmail, and you go into a page that looks something like this. Go at the top, you have this create button. Click on that and then click on create a Linode. I've already created them, but I'm just demonstrating how to do that. Now go to the marketplace tab, you'll find Ant Media Server Enterprise Edition. You have the community edition also, but then I found that to be a little lagging. So and you're anyway having a lot of free credit, so you can use the enterprise edition. You scroll down and then select the region. I'm selecting Bombay, which is the server speed is the highest. After that, you can scroll down, choose any of the different plans that they've listed here. You can have an 8 GB. This is the system memory, not the hard drive. Since I'm just demonstrating it, I'm going to go for the cheapest one, the Nanode 1 GB, which is $5 a month. And then you name your Linode, and then you can put a password for it, and then scroll down and then click on create Linode. So it'll be provisioning it. This is going to take about 5 or 10 minutes. Once that is done, we'll have to go into the Ant Media server, upload our files, and then start streaming. You'll have to copy the IP address from here. This is the Linode that we just created. Copy the IP address, paste it on a new on the address bar, and then colon and put the default port number, which is 5080. So the IP address colon 5080, and here you will create an account with your name, email address, and then set up a password which you'll have to obviously remember. This is the dashboard of Ant Media Server. Here you'll click on Live App and then go into the tab that says VOD. You've got like 24 GB of disk space, and on the VOD is the tab where you'll be uploading all the files that you would like to stream. Now you'll go to live streams and then create a new live stream, and the selection would be playlist, because apparently we are making a playlist of already created videos. You can give a name to the playlist. I'm naming it as this is a musical video of flute and tabla and all that, so I'm giving it a name. I'm going to click on create. It's created. Now I'll have to go, here's the one, because I have so many of them. Okay, now when you're uploading the videos, just make sure that you name all of them before uploading it, because like see, you can see here that I've uploaded so many videos and I don't know which one is what. So but anyway, this time I've uploaded the file with the proper name. So now you can click on the play button against the file that you want to stream, and then once it starts playing, you can right click on it, click on copy video address, and then you will go back to the tab that says live streams. Go scroll down to your stream, and then right click on the there's a pencil icon next to it. You can click on that and then click on add playlist item, paste the video address that you just copied, and then save it. And once that is done, you you'll go to YouTube, your channel, go to at the top there's this camera icon, click on that, click on go live, and then it's going to open up a menu with a lot of things. I'll explain what to do. You can click on schedule stream, create a new stream, put in the details, like just like you do just like you upload any normal video. Just put the details in the title and description, and then add all the tags. The category is music. The category I'm selecting, if yours is a travel video, then select travel and events, and then upload a thumbnail, and then click next. For now, since we are just testing, I'm going to make it private. Even if you make it public, it's okay, because it's not going to go live unless we'll see how to do that. Once it's all set and ready, now if you're going to be streaming, creating more than one stream on your channel, then it's better to create a new key and give it a name so that you can identify it. Because what happens is that if you leave it as the default stream key and then create multiple streams, then whatever stream that is already running is going to get into the new stream that you're creating. So I'm creating a new stream with the name flute and tabla, and so it has created a stream URL. You copy that onto a notepad and then put a / and then copy the stream key and paste it there, and then copy this entire link, go back to Ant Media console and click on the hamburger menu, which is option that says edit RMTP endpoints. There you'll add the link, the stream link that you added, that you just created, and then add RMTP endpoints. Now again go to the hamburger menu and click on start broadcast. And once you go back to your YouTube page, it should show the strength of the connection. Now it shows excellent connection, and then wait for the data to come into YouTube. It'll take about 10 seconds. Here we are. So once you click go live, you'll be live with whatever playlist that you just created. So now that we've done that, we'll be looking. You need to take care of a couple of things when you're streaming. YouTube is really strict when it comes to its streaming. Even though they keep saying that you have, as long as streaming is active on your YouTube channel, there's no limit to the number of live streams that you can be streaming. That's what I heard. But if you're going to be streaming the same content on like several different live streams, they'll consider it as spam, and you know the frequency in which you keep getting community guideline strikes. And of course you can loop your video and keep playing it again and again, but it is preferable that you put a longer version of the video and then loop it. Like probably if it is a 2-hour video and then if you put it on loop, it wouldn't appear as though it's just a 1-minute video being repeated over and over. Because it makes no logic to be showing that a single 1-minute video for 24 hours on a loop. So the better option would be, if you've gone on a trip and you've got a lot of content from there and all your memory cards are loaded up with it, you could upload everything on Ant Media server, make a playlist out of it, and stream it. So once it gets completed, it probably could last for 4 or 5 hours, and you're not using any software to combine them together. If you're going to use a video editor and then combine those videos together to make one single large video, you know that it's going to be taking an entire day to transcode it. So by streaming it, you're just getting YouTube to do the work without having to use anything from your laptop. And what was I going to say? And yes, and as far as music is concerned, the safest bet would be to try getting it from some free to use non-copyrighted stuff. And if it would be better to stay away from any of the Indian movies or music, because even though we know that movies beyond a certain period are not in public domain, but YouTube hasn't updated its algorithm to detect it in that fashion. So even if you play a movie that is from the 1930s, they are going to consider it a copyright. They are going to think that you're streaming something belonging to somebody else, and you will get you might not get a copyright strike immediately, because the copyright owner has to be applying to have your video struck down. but YouTube would classify it as a community guidelines strike, saying that you're stealing somebody else's content and then streaming it out. A very good idea would be if you or your family recently had an event or a family function or probably a wedding, the studio would have given you a combined 2 hour video of the entire event, right? So but if you can ask the studio that you had hired to give you all of the raw content, they might be having for hours and hours, like 10 hours or something. Put everything into the playlist. You don't even have to combine all of them together, just put them in the playlist, because Ant Media is going to do the work for you. It's going to loop it and then play the entire stuff together, and once it's completed streaming, you're going to be having a complete 10-hour combined video you can show to your family as behind the scenes, or you can just inform everybody in your family and friends circle who haven't been able to attend the wedding that you're streaming everything about the wedding live on your channel, and they can watch it anytime. You've got your free server, so you can probably keep streaming it for the next 10 days at a stretch, and whoever gets the time whenever they want, they can look at it. So these are some of the precautions you'll have to be taking care of, and barring that, this $100 credit that you have is going to last 2 months. So you probably, if you found decent content to stream, you can continue streaming it for 2 continuous months. And if once you complete streaming, if you want the video to be saved in YouTube so that you can watch it at any point of time, just make sure to end the stream before it completes 12 hours, because YouTube as of now doesn't save videos streams that extend beyond 12 hours. So that is it, and you can I can't think of anything else. Alright then, so thank you for watching this video, and please make sure to like and subscribe this channel.